Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm so pumped to help debut the new EVO 16 by Audient. I'll tell you more about the amazing features at the end, but the smart gain on this thing is absolutely a game changer. Click a button, it sets all of your mic pre's while you play the kit. So easy, so fast. Let's hear this beast and let's play some drums.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. Welcome to the room of people who have rooms of people that they love one day. Dock to it. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains will change. And believe you live another psychopath sitting next to you. You live another murderer sitting next to you. You think I'd get this sitting next to you. But after all I said, please don't forget. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. We don't deal with outsiders very well. They say newcomers have a certain smell. Yeah, trust issues not to mention. They say they can smell your intentions. You laughing on the freak show sitting next to you. You laugh some weird people sitting next to you. You think how did I get here sitting next to you? But after all I've said, please don't forget. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. Why'd you come? You knew you should have stayed. I tried to warn you just to stay away. And now they're outside ready to buzz. It looks like you might be one of us.
Hey, what's up everybody? I really hope that you enjoyed this drum cover. It was so fun going back in time and like playing a song that means so much to me, that it means so much to a lot of the people who watch my channel. It's one of my more popular drum covers ever, and when I was approaching how to showcase this new EVO 16, I wanted to take a video that was awesome for the drumming, but I didn't record with like a high-end setup and show you what it sounds like with a really awesome setup. Now, this interface I would say is high-end from the like feature standpoint, but it's not high-end from the cost standpoint, and that is the cool thing about it. I am really blown away. Like when they were showing me what this thing can do, I'm thinking in my head like, this is going to be expensive, you know? And I mean, it's not like there's a cost to it, you know? Like interfaces are not super cheap, but this one right here actually beats out like all of the competition on price point, and it has more features. And so I am really excited to show it to you guys. I only show you things that I like, you know? I don't put things in my videos that I don't believe in. And so I told them I wanted to try out the EVO 16, and then I would be able to, you know, say yes or no to shooting a video on it. And so I've tried it out, and I am very impressed. Really impressive. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the smart gain feature is literally like an absolute game changer, because the hardest part of recording is getting your gain structures right. As far as tracking goes, I mean, mixing and all that stuff, like there's a whole another ballpark when it comes to that, but like you want to get your foot in the door recording, you got to figure out how to gain your drums well and to make sure that you're getting good sounds out of those drums from a preamp standpoint and from a level standpoint. And so typically when I am recording by myself without an audio engineer in the studio, I'm sitting here like twisting the knob and hitting the drums. And I mean, I'm spending 5 to 10 minutes at least making sure that my preamp gains are structured the way that I need them to be. And so this thing, I believe it takes like 20 seconds or maybe even a little less than that for it to automatically adjust all 8 of your preamps at the same time. And so you're cutting your time for prep work down like crazy. I mean, and it's easier too, because instead of trying to hit the drum at the volume that you think you're going to be playing at, you just play at the volume that you want to play at. You know, like when I test it, I just jammed on the drums like I'm playing Heathens, you know? And so that feature in itself is really, really sick. And the cool thing about it as well is that it also, like, if there's a problem with one of your mic cables, it'll tell you exactly which channel you've got an issue on. If your mic isn't plugged in, it's going to tell you that. It'll pop up gray if it's not getting signal. It'll pop up red if there's a problem. It's smart, and it is like a game changer. Like, this is one of those things where, like, when they were telling me about it, I was just like, I've thought, like, why hasn't this been a thing before, you know? And so I was super pumped to try that out. Was very, very impressed with it. I had great success with that actual smart gain feature. Like the gain that was used, and for the recordings that I sent to my audio engineer for post-production, was what smart gain set. I did not adjust anything at all. Now, some of the channels that I'm tracking with are also from this ASP800 by Audient. So that's another feature on this EVO 16 that really, really takes the cake for me, is that most interfaces, as far as I know, I mean, I haven't tried or looked at every single one, but most of them at this price point can only accept 8 additional inputs via ADAT. And this EVO 16 goes up to 24 inputs. That's the same level of inputs as my super high-end preamps in my control room. Like, I usually run 24 in my control room, and I would run 16 in here. I can run 24 on this thing. So it's got 2 ADAT ins and 2 ADAT outs. So you've got so much I/O on it, especially at that price point. The preamps sound awesome. I mean, I'm using a beautiful drum set, this Pearl Session Studio Select. This kit sounds amazing. The Earthworks mics sound amazing. You don't want your preamps to let you down, and I've been very impressed with the preamps here. So all in all, this is a really well put together piece of machinery. This is an interface that will help your workflow, will allow you to expand. I mean, this can be the backbone of a large studio because it has that 24 input capability. And I mean, there's very few projects that you would need more than 24 simultaneous preamps. So that's huge. The screen on the front of this, the Motion UI is what it's called, is another big feature for me that makes this so useful, because at the end of the day, like, a lot of times with other interfaces, you have to go into a program on your computer and you have to adjust things there. You can literally do, I think, pretty much anything you want to do with the interface via that single screen, via the buttons on the front of it. So if your laptop is not right next to you, or like however you have it set up, you're able to just hit the buttons on the front of that interface and use the EVO 16 Motion UI and all the buttons on the front to control everything that you need. You don't really need to access or touch your computer in order to adjust the parameters, and do so knowingly in an intuitive, natural kind of way. There isn't really anything about it that I didn't think was natural. Like, if you want to get to the outputs, you click on the monitor and you adjust the monitor, and you can adjust the headphone outs, and you can see your digital outs. And then if you want to go back to inputs, you click the front, like one of the preamps, and all of a sudden you're back in the input side of things. And so I wasn't surprised or like found much difficulty with anything, and that was really, really awesome. Plus the size. I mean, if you look at this thing right here, this is a 14-inch MacBook Pro, and this is the EVO 16. So I can fit a 16-inch MacBook Pro in my backpack, and I think that's about the size of the EVO 16. So I could slide this EVO 16 into my backpack and have all of that capability in my backpack in a package that costs way less than a lot of what I typically use for 24 ins and for bigger projects like that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will have a full unboxing review, kind of breaking things down a little bit more, coming up very soon. It's not out yet, but there will be a link in the description if you're watching this later on and want to find out more. Then you can click the link and go over to the full video where I like kind of run through this completely. And I will have another cover coming out, and I mean, I'm just excited to play drums. Like, I got this beautiful setup here, I got these preamps all set up, and I just, you know, had some fun jamming to a song that means a lot to me. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will go check out the EVO 16. There's a link in the description to go check out the dealers that Audient has for their EVO 16 lineup. And yeah, happy drumming, happy recording. This thing will make recording for you easier, and that's what's really cool for me, because my goal with what I do is to inspire people to try and to participate and make their own videos and make their own recordings and like feel like they are able to do that. And this particular interface brings the difficulty of recording down to an easier level, and that is really awesome. So thanks for watching. Happy drumming, happy recording. Thank you, Audient, EVO 16 here, for making this video happen, and just for being able to create something really, really special. And I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.